adjournment. So in order to mitigate the transmission of COVID-19, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings, etc. The order which you can find posted with the agenda materials for this meeting allows public bodies to meet entirely remote, so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with deliberations. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. This meeting will feature public comment. For this meeting, the Planning and Economic Development Commission is convened by video conference and is posted on the town's website. So we'll just do a quick roll call just for everyone. Oh, wait a minute. Leslie's saying she can't get on. Okay. Did she got the email, right? Eleanor? I'll just tell her to click on the join thing. Okay.
Nat,
So,
excuse me, do you happen to know if her cell phone is 325-1785?
yes.
All right, I'll promote her.
Yeah.
Leslie, you would have gotten, just so you know, you would have gotten a second email from NCTV this afternoon giving you your own special link, but you must not have seen that.
Yeah, the click to join thing is different. Sometimes people get confused with that versus the other one, the other style.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just go by name. Fritz McClure.
Aye.
Judith Wagner.
Aye.
John Trudell.
Aye.
Dave Iverson.
Aye.
Maureen Phillips.
Aye.
Christy Ferrantella.
Aye.
Bert Johnson.
Aye.
Jack Gardner.
Aye.
Wendy Hudson.
Aye. Here.
And Leslie, can you hear me yet?
She's muted.
Oh, you can see her, Eleanor?
I've asked her to unmute. I don't think she understands how this works.
All right. Well, maybe she'll eventually figure that out, and then she'll just sort of, you can just tell me when she's on, I guess. Okay? By phone.
I mean, she's on. I put her on the main screen. It's the phone.
I know, I see it. It says the phone's muted, so.
I'm going to remute
Sorry.
her.
Okay, so I'll accept the motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Seconded.
All those in favor? Fritz,
Aye.
Judith? Hi, Judith. Muted.
Aye.
There you go. Yeah, John Trudell,
Aye.
Dave Iverson,
Aye.
Maureen Phillips,
Aye.
Christy,
Aye.
Bert Johnson,
Aye.
Jack Gardner,
Aye.
Wendy.
Aye.
And Leslie. Is Leslie on yet? I'm just leaving her name last just to,
She is on.
give her
She
a
just doesn't seem to realize she can unmute from her phone.
okay.
I don't know
All right.
what to do. I keep
I know.
asking her to unmute. I don't know.
Okay. With that said, the minutes of April 26th. Does anyone have any questions, additions, comments to add?
I just want to make sure Maureen and Jack don't vote on this.
Okay. All right.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, Fritz,
Aye.
Judith,
Aye.
John Trudell,
Aye.
Dave Iverson,
Aye.
Christy,
Aye.
Bert Johnson,
Aye.
Wendy Hudson,
Aye.
and Leslie, if you can hear me. If not, we'll just continue.
Now you forgot to call the staff people who are present.
Oh, Andrew's here, Eleanor's here.
Yeah, you should just roll call it.
I'm sorry, Andrew,
Here.
Eleanor,
Present.
and Megan Trudell.
Here.
And Derek.
And Derek is not on yet, correct?
No, he's on.
Yes, he is. He's
Oh,
down.
oh,
Here,
oh, is
not,
he?
not
Okay, great.
staff, but I'm here. Hi.
Well, that's your staff. It's okay for everybody. All 351 towns, right? Thank you, Derek, for coming on. So public comments. Is anyone on for anything other than what's on the agenda, or we'll just continue with those items and take public comment as needed if necessary for those? Okay. Is anyone out there, Eleanor?
Yes, there's someone, but their hand is not raised.
Okay. So the 21-day release, Derek, Andrew?
So the UPW P starts on page 12 in your packet, and this is something that we do each and every year. And the request tonight is that you authorize the release for 21-day public comment period. As we've talked about before, UPW P reflects our current situation minus our staff person, minus our transportation planner position. So it is likely to be amended at such time that we fill that position. But
And
for
that can
now,
happen. And that can happen anytime, Andrew, when that occurs.
well, it's any time is, I guess, open to interpretation. There's ongoing negotiations about getting that position filled.
Okay.
I can speak a little further about this just to better explain it to folks. So the Unified Planning Work Program, UPWP for short, pays for staff work toward the transportation planning is funded through the 3C planning program. So page 20 of your packet, which says page 9 in the bottom right corner of the UPWP, is a simple budget table that explains pretty clearly what the different tasks are, which are further explained in the UPWP itself, and how much funding NPEDC staff apportion to each of those respective transportation planning tasks. And I've talked with Andrew about this. If for some reason during federal fiscal year 2022, which goes from October 1st, 2021 through September 30th, 2022, you hire a new staff person and need to amend the staff on this contract, then there would be an amendment to the UPWP at a future date and time. But that's not something that needs to be changed or reflected at the moment. As Andrew noted, this reflects the staff situation currently at NPEDC toward this contract. And I've not looked at this yet. I'm going to review it during the 21-day period, just like everyone else.
Okay. Excellent. Does anyone have any questions, comments? Page 21, 22 of the packet. If not, accept a motion we need to authorize the release, right? That would be the motion, Derek?
You
Yes.
vote to authorize release of the draft 2022 UPWP for a 21-day public review period.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Fritz?
Aye.
Sally, you again? Judith?
Aye.
John Trudell?
Aye.
Dave Iverson?
Aye.
Maureen Phillips?
Aye.
Christie?
Aye.
Bert Johnson?
Aye.
Jack Gardner?
Aye.
Wendy Hudson?
Aye.
And Leslie Johnson? You there?
She was on earlier. I saw her like video. Come back, Leslie. Come back.
Wow. Okay. Well, you're taking care of all this in the notes, right, Eleanor? Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
just Leslie won't have a vote. That's all. She just.
Yeah, I know. No, I understand. I just I can't keep flipping my screen back and forth, and so I have the packet on my phone, so I can't text her that easily without losing it.
No worries.
So, the next item is the tip for the closing of the public review period and approval for 2022-26. And that is on page 25. Starts on page 25. Does anyone have any questions? Andrew, do you want to add anything? Derek?
Well, Mr. Chairman, I just want to thank Derek for, we put in all of the transit money. So that has now all been entered during that period. And again, as we've discussed before, once we have vetted some actual projects, I look forward to the tip being amended in the next, during this time period. As of now, we just don't have projects really ready, but I'm sure next year we will be having much more of an extensive discussion.
Yeah, all I'll add is there's a couple pages of tables from MassDOT with our comments, and it looks like the version of the tip that's shared in your meeting packet reflects comments that were also made by our federal partners, FHWA in particular, to the tip. So as long as the endorsed tip this evening reflects those comments or changes being made by NPEDC staff, then we have no further comment. I'm happy to address any of the comments we raised, though. Most of them were just grammar or specific federal regs may have changed that FHWA wanted corrected in the latest document.
Yeah, I'm not. What page is that on, Derek? I'm looking through there. I haven't seen that.
So the packet I'm looking at, it's on pages 41 and 42. I don't. It has the master.
Oh, okay. I see it. Yeah.
So
I see.
That's the checklist that we use for all 13 regions in the Commonwealth when we're reviewing these documents in terms of what we're looking for based on what our federal partners tell us to look for and just to be consistent. But then the document itself, which looks like it's on page 42 or 43 of your packet, says Transportation Improvement Program. Some of the yellow highlights on it reflect comments from FHWA. If you scroll through the document itself.
Okay. Thank you for your help with all that.
And I'm not sure, Andrew, did you receive any other comments during the comment period?
No.
Okay.
There is a hand raised if you want me to promote that person.
Sure. I'm not sure. I can't see the other side of the screen here, so.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hi.
Is that Hillary?
Hi, everyone.
Okay.
It's Hillary Rayport. Thanks so much for hearing my comment. I'm here to participate in the public comment for the tip. So I was actually here making public comments on the tip this time last year. And I think my comments are going to be fairly similar. So this report is usually a place where residents can look and see what the transportation priorities are that the island has. The tip last year did reflect a list of priorities for projects. And this year, the tip doesn't have a list of priorities. And I know that the island did spend time developing a master transportation plan, like a 10-year plan. I think that was prepared 3 years ago, and I would think it would still be relevant. So I just think it's important to have these public documents be some indication of what the island needs and what the priorities are. So I guess I would request that priority list might be put in, even if there's if yet another year has gone by and we've not been successful in claiming the $500,000 that we're eligible to claim for projects. At least the public can have some concept of, what the priorities are. what we think we might be working on sometime soon. The one project that's in here other than the Safe Routes to Schools is the Bartlett Road Surfside Road Roundabout, which it's just confusing to see it in this plan. I know Judith Wagner mentioned this in the last meeting and commented on it, but it really indicates that that's still a plan that is being worked on when I think it's been strongly opposed by the community. And my understanding is that the idea is that this plan is supposed to reflect the community's input. And then lastly, my comment is just that, you know, I've signed up to receive notices during these public comment periods, just because through the public participation process, people can request to be notified. And I just would love to hear from the commission if you could comment on what was done to make people aware that they could review this transportation improvement plan and comment on it. Other than the announcement in the last NP&EDC meeting, I wondered if any emails were done, any new and noteworthy or news flash announcements, anything like that, just to encourage public participation, because this is an island where a lot of people have a lot to say about transit projects. And as you can see, no comments were received. So I'd love to hear some comments about whether or not the priorities could be reflected, whether or not we could have some clarity about this Surfside Road Roundabout, and about increasing public participation, what was done and what could be done. Thank you very much.
It's not uncommon, Hillary, that people don't comment on these review periods. That's been going on for the 15 years I've been here. Very, very seldom is there any comments, just so you know. That's not uncommon. Andrew, do you have a comment about the roundabout?
Yeah, we discussed this the last time, and that project is to be removed. It's on here because it's just a leftover from an earlier version that Billy Sod had produced. So there's no reason to get worried about that. That project is deleted, as we discussed already.
Yeah.
What about the high school?
If I may, Chairman, I just wanted to address some of Hillary's remarks. So if you go to section 11, highway program projects of the TIP draft, that reflects the only highway program project programmed in the FY 2022 to 2026 TIP, which is the Nantucket Middle School, High School Complex Improvements funded by Safe Routes to School program. That's for the highway funding. The next 5 pages of the TIP do reflect each federal fiscal year's transit TIP program funds, which amount to about $600,000 per year for rural operating assistance for NRTA. The TIP is not a place where you list your long-term goals for the community. It's a document where you reflect what programs are funded and program for funding and advertisement based on what was determined from your long-range plan, which the NP&EDC board voted in 2019, I think was the 2020 to 2040 long-range plan. So all of the goals for your region are still reflected in that long-range transportation plan, which informs the TIP and informs the work that staff work on as spelled out in the UPWP. So that has not changed. And like I mentioned with the comments last year, to the extent that you're able and willing, Hillary, you can participate in this process monthly at these meetings and making comments throughout the year, instead of at the 1 year later mark when this has the document draft that staff and board members are looking to vote in. It's a continuing process. It's not like an annual revisit this and comment on it type of document, just FYI.
Mr. Chairman, could I, and Derek, let me just make sure that we all understand that this is about state and federally funded projects. So locally funded projects are totally different process. That's the capital plan. That's the articles going to town meeting. So, you know, right now the public process on this is to comment on the really on what's programmed is the transit materials. There isn't, because there isn't any other programmed project other than the Safe Routes to School project. Isn't that right?
Yes, and that's with statewide funds. That's not regional target money.
Right. Thank you.
And just real quick, Andrew, you know, when we talk about different projects, the voters have a say when they, you know, the voters have voted against multiple roundabouts by a handful of votes in recent years, including the Newtown Road improvement as well. The high school roundabout has taken a, you know, sort of a trajectory, you know, over this, I would say what, since 2005, 2006, where people have been in favor, then against, then in favor, then against. And it isn't like things just can happen just because it's on the tip. Has nothing to do with it. As far as the, you know, at Byler Road, same thing. We went through the land acquisition, 2 of them. Private help was involved. A lot of work went into getting the right of way to fix that intersection. And we still have exactly the same problem. And we'll probably be complaining about it for the next 5 years until we realize that we can build a more expensive roundabout and we could have built cheaper before. But I think that personally, the Milestone Rotary being converted is going to be the big positive. When that is fixed correctly, people will see the difference because they know what it was like and they're going to notice it. And I think that will be the benchmark for the future as far as people understanding that roundabouts do in fact keep traffic moving slowly but more efficiently. So, you know, hopefully that happens in the next couple of years. So thank you, Derek, for the update and the help with this confusing issue.
So thank you. I do understand that I can comment throughout the year, Derek, and that I certainly haven't just been sitting kind of waiting for a year. I do come to this meeting and I do comment, and other people do as well. And but you know, one of the reasons why there aren't public comments on this is I think it could be that public comment could be solicited in a more public way. Yeah, so I would like the commission to consider that, which is also what I asked last year, and sending emails out to stakeholders, making listings in the paper to notify that public comment periods are open, I think would help get more public comments, which I know you all want. So I also still don't understand why, like, the intersection improvement at Francis Street, which we're paying for through a town meeting, couldn't be programmed through this TIP. And I know, Andrew, that, you know, you've said, well, the Bartlett Road roundabout will come off, and that was said a month ago as well, and it's still here, and now this document is being closed. So before this document is finalized, will that be coming off, or is it just sort of supposed to be understood that that's not a priority anymore?
No, of course it's coming off.
Okay, thank you.
If I may, through you, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Eleanor.
With the lack of staff, I don't know if Mike used to answer Hillary's question about public notification. I don't know if Mike Burns, who I happen to have run into today, by the way, put this out published it in the paper. I don't know what he did, but I put on the face page of the MPDC. If you open up the page right there, there is a notice right at the top when you open it, that we are taking 21-day, we're in our 21-day public review period, and it gives that information. So people who are paying attention to the MPDC, I understand what Hillary's saying, but it's not like there's a complete void of information out there. There is something on our page, and there's a link to the draft document. So there has been some effort to make this available to the public, those who are interested. But I understand what she's saying about doing something broader and a little more broader scope in terms of reaching out to people. But there is something on our page.
And if I may add to this unfortunate conversation here, it's very difficult to really gain any traction. But when we have another transportation planner and they get, their feet wet and are working alongside of DPW, there's meat and potatoes to discuss. There's things that, are part of this sort of correlation between planning commission, state, town, that partnership, like you're seeing with, water and sewer now, which has taken a lifetime to happen. And we're going to have that again with DPW and planning. It's just that we don't have it right now. So as far as, two different people working together like that out on the, on the projects and figuring that stuff out. So it's going to happen. It's just a process to get there. So, it's difficult for us we don't have shovels. We don't do the work. It's really difficult for that, end result to happen at these meetings when we don't have that participation with those two entities, with the transportation planner and the DPW. So I can't wait for it to happen.
Mr. Chairman, I might add too, it's really not a question of an intersection, that somebody's opinion thinks, is going to fit into this program. There are very specific criteria that are discussed with the state well in advance. It has to meet certain standards about volume and final design, there's a lot that goes into that it's not just we pluck out a locally funded project and ship over. That's incorrect. That is not correct on how this process works.
Yeah, I'll add that there's also a directive at the state level that the projects that we fund have to more or less be complete streets in nature or take all users into account, which does impact, design, how long design takes, the cost of projects. And when taking those items into account, and then the regional target funds that are available, and whether or not something's a state priority, if the state can fund the balance of those project costs, it does take a lot of time and work, and a dedicated staff person to move the needle on that. So without a Mike working on the staff the past year, obviously not much has changed in terms of the circumstance, which we've been on this carousel for a few meetings and talked about.
Yeah. So anyway, can you keep us posted though? Derek, do you know when the milestone project might happen, the rotary or the conversion of it? You don't know about that, do you?
No.
Okay. Because the work that's been done that's really looking pretty good is sort of paving the way for that project to happen a little bit easier.
Yeah, the highway district office can be contacted because they're the engineers who are working on any projects on island from MassDOT anyway. So I could reach out to Pam Hasner or Barbara LaChance or Tom Courier from that office, and Bob Wheeler, I forget which engineer, but they would have more information with regards to projects on island.
Okay.
Well, thank you
All
for
right.
hearing my comments. I'm sorry that it's considered unfortunate that I'm commenting, but I do look forward to having a transportation planner and getting some of the roads taken care of, because I think we're going to have a difficult summer with traffic. And I think you're absolutely right, Chairman Lowell, about the Milestone Rotary. And I hope things get better for what this group can get done with that, with all the traffic. So thank you very much.
And Hillary, I didn't mean your comments were unfortunate. I said the conversation, this conversation is unfortunate, meaning it's like a endless circle, like a roundabout.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Thank you for that
I
clarification.
just
I appreciate
wanted
it.
to end at some point. Thank you, Hillary, for coming on. Eleanor, is there anyone else out there? I'm sorry, didn't mean to.
No, there's not.
Okay, I don't want to miss anybody. So the vote for this, we need a motion to close the public review period
So
and
moved.
approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you,
Wait,
Dave.
I'm sorry, who made the
Bert-
motion? I missed that. I'm sorry.
Bert
Bert made the motion.
Eleanor, Bert.
Thank you, Bert.
And I think Dave seconded before
Dave
somebody
seconded.
else.
Thank you.
Yep. So Fritz McClure,
Aye.
Judith Wagner,
Aye.
John Trudell,
Aye.
Dave Iverson,
Aye.
Maureen Phillips,
Mute, excuse me, aye.
thank you, Christy Ferrantella,
Aye.
Bert Johnson,
Aye.
Jack Gardner, Jack, sorry. You there? Is he muted? Can see.
Here you go.
Aye.
Oh, thank you. Wendy,
Aye.
is Leslie on?
I'm
I'm here.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Chair votes aye. Thank you, Leslie. Okay, so what else do we have? Other committee reports? Anyone have anything for affordable housing? What crack committee? What else do we have?
Nothing for comment.
Wendy, you got anything off island?
Oh, I did wonder, with the governor's announcement today, those of us who were on the reopening commission got an email in the morning that said, it was a year ago today that they released the plan, that is, that reopening could totally happen as soon as vaccines were widespread available. And I did wonder what this group thinks about, because I feel strongly as an economic development thing that it's good to reopen, and I'm for it. And I wondered if it was appropriate to say something to the health department. I guess we don't usually venture into that kind of thing, but I just thought I'd pipe up and say economic development to be reopened is important. So that was the news of the day on my mind.
When is Fenway gonna have more than 9,000 people?
The governor
that
is
how it
relaxing.
is?
Maybe y'all didn't see, but as of May 29th, all restrictions are lifted. So
But I heard
it'll be
that.
up to
I heard
private
that a few
places.
hours ago.
except for public transportation and hospitals, et cetera. But it just seemed like on the Retailers Association, we're very much, for this kind of thing, for, people to make their own decisions at this stage in the game. So I just wanted to voice my,
Let's
thoughts.
I think you're gonna see a lot of mask wearing indoors by people just naturally,
Totally fine. That's
Fritz, you have your
absolutely
hand up, Fritz?
Yeah, I'd mention coastal resiliency, correct? The last meeting we received from Arcadis, which is the consulting group that's writing the what will be our report at the end of the year, full report at the end of the year, provided us with what I will call a maybe midterm or mid-year report of where we are today. That is not a short report. It's actually fairly complete, but as of where we are today, but has a lot of useful information. And I will just note that it's on the cracked website, on the town website, if anybody wants to look at it.
Thanks, Fritz.
Yeah, we got the new Nantucket Current now. So now we have Daybreak, Current. What else is there? I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming into people's emails now. So with lots of different, information. They had a story on it the other day, Fritz, on Jason Grazio that he did.
That's actually an excellent point, and it might feed into, to what Hillary was saying, is perhaps, I don't know if the town has looked into partnerships with all those competing things to maybe get some free publicity, solicitation for feedback. I know in the past, we used to pay like Jenny Garneau for PR. I recognize without staff, it's challenging and a budget for that kind of thing, but maybe it's just saying that it's impossible to keep up at this stage. Every morning it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
So maybe
No,
like
it's
those
true.
little banner ads could be something that would work.
I have a question in our events, because I know earlier things like fireworks and the pops and all of that, I know the town's made some decisions on some of these things. Do you think anything would get reversed? Does anyone know?
I'll bet
He has her hand raised.
In terms of the fireworks, that wouldn't get reversed. The select board voted to transfer those funds to the chamber to give out business grants. So that funding, the $50,000, went to support small businesses. In terms of the Boston Pops, I haven't heard anything released from the hospital, but I'm sure it's back on, as many events are this summer.
Too bad we can't get the
I
daffodils
forgot
to come
about
back up.
the money, and that was a great idea. So we can all have our internal fireworks or watch TV. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I think, Maureen, that's a good point. I think that even though it was canceled, you can't have hindsight with that. I mean, at the time that was done, I probably would have voted for the same way at that time. And it takes so long the fireworks don't just happen. There's quite a bit of coordination with those people having all their safety stuff and the badge and the stand and everything else they do, and other communities competing for the same stuff. So I'm sure that that's pretty complicated to do. The decision has to get made way in advance. So, but I think we should all be happy because this is getting busy, and we've been very fortunate here. And, not to get into any of the real estate transactions and this insanity that's going on here. This place has been probably the most fortunate community around anywhere in New England with COVID. I mean, I kind of wish we didn't have all this new stuff talking about it, because it makes us look like something we're not, you know what I mean? So we're very lucky, Wendy. I know some businesses aren't. I see the restaurants, I'm in every one of them, and I tell you, there's some happy that they're going to be able to get back on their feet. So does anyone else have anything? Dave, do you have anything for housing stuff or any of that?
Just plugging along. I think everyone's probably pretty aware of what's been going on with affordable housing and the projects we have. Nothing new and exciting, except for vote for our funding articles at town meeting, please.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to outside town meeting. I mean, at least we're having it for real, so even though we don't have the screen, at least it's not like last year. So I think it'll be interesting. Derek, yes, sir.
Thanks. So I just wanted to make a note that the governor announced that the state of emergency is going to be lifted June 15th. And with it, that may impact virtual meeting and quorum information and attendance information. So what we've gotten accustomed to the last year. So I know as much as all of you do. It sounds like the state's going to be figuring out more in terms of guidance for communities and state planning agencies, among others. So you should monitor what the governor and the legislature guide us with in terms of virtual meeting law after June 15th.
Yeah. Thank you, Derek. Good point. And people are asking about that, selectmen meetings. So, the other thing is,
You got a hand up there, Nat.
all right, who's got the hand up? Sorry, Bert.
It's Christie.
Christie.
Oh, go ahead, Christy. Sorry.
It's okay. Just wondering with Derek's comment, if the lifting of the state of emergency will affect outdoor dining and if the Plus Department has heard anything about that today.
I have no news or no idea. I would imagine the changes for March 29th make everything back as it was, but in terms of what it means for, business and governance governmentally, I think we'll know more June 15th.
Okay, thank you.
I think you're gonna see some change in the Zoom. Zoom has changed. No one ever heard of Zoom, at all. So now all of a sudden you can participate from afar, weather conditions, things like that. I think that you're gonna see Zoom be part of us somehow, in some kind of way. So when we get back to the new normal. Does anyone else have anything?
Mr. Chairman, I'm just wondering if on Wendy's request, did you want a vote of some kind? I mean, I know Leslie is on the Economic Development Task Force. Do you want some sort of communication, or was that just a discussion item?
I mean, it's really not up to us, I don't think, but I think supporting, when's the Board of Health meeting?
May
Next.
20th.
The meeting soon, so the meeting Thursday, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's, I think, I don't know if that's the right thing for us to be doing, to be honest.
Okay.
Unless
Okay, so
anyone else has any
individuals
other
might want
opinion.
to. Yeah.
I
It
mean,
definitely feels like,
I'm-
not much more economic development impact than being open. So I just maybe encourage everyone to write your own letter then.
I think that everyone's, sort of understands safety now, and you know what I mean? Like we've all become germophobic geniuses, you know what I mean? So I think
Common
that
sense.
people aren't afraid to open or do things, and they'll not participate otherwise, Chris, do you have something to add to that?
I did. I think Wendy's point is to encourage the Board of Health to not impose local restrictions.
Right.
Right.
From opening. So, I mean, I think she's right in the sense that part of our economic development tail of our title, it might be worth, sending a letter that suggests that we support reopening and encouraging, small businesses to be successful this year.
Okay. Anyone want to make a motion for that? Be glad to
So moved.
approve that. All right.
Second, I'll second Wendy.
Support it. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Fritz,
Aye.
Judith,
Aye.
John Trudell,
Aye.
Dave Iverson,
Aye.
Maureen,
Aye.
Christie,
Aye.
Bert,
Aye.
Leslie,
Aye.
Jack, Aye. Wendy?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. So, yeah, if you want to draft something, Eleanor, Andrew.
Yep.
To that effect, to Wendy's points, I think that's great, and Christie's points.
Okay.
Okay.
So under other
Let's see,
business.
what
Mr.
else?
Chair,
Yep, go ahead.
I just wanted to let you know about Tom Nevers bike path, that, you know, we're moving that project ahead. I know Bert is watching for progress on that, and there's a couple neighbors maybe he can reach out to, so we get a full response from the people out there. It's included in your packet. We didn't hear from about 17 of the 38 people. So anyway.
On the east side, Andrew?
Yep. So.
Okay.
Andrew, if you could email me a list of those people, they're in our association. I'll get our clerk to get the message out to them.
Okay, great. Thank you.
It's on page 76 and 77, Bert.
Yeah, I didn't get a packet this time. So if Eleanor could resend it to me or whatever.
It's a link, Bert. I sent it on Friday. You would have a link in your email, but I'll send it to you again.
Okay, thanks, Eleanor.
Sure.
We have some sad news. I don't know if all of you know, but this is Eleanor's last meeting with us.
No.
I didn't really want to bring it up. I just wanted to pretend it wasn't true.
Well,
Eleanor doesn't look excited.
So she's moving on to the land bank, and was accepted a position there June 11th. Is that right, Eleanor?
Yes, that'll be my last day, and Megan is taking my spot.
So, yep, Megan, among all the other duties she does, is jumped in to help, which is great. But I think you would all join me in thanking Eleanor for a fantastic job.
You're here.
You're here.
Yep.
Thank you, Eleanor.
We'll be sorely missed.
Eleanor, you
Welcome back.
We're not
are
gonna
one of
let
the
her
most
go.
diligent people I've ever met.
Thank you.
We'd like her to change her mind, and maybe she, you never know. So
Her and Mike Burns at the same time.
I saw him today. It looked great. It was nice to catch up with him. Very different down there, what he's dealing with. Whew.
I bet.
He said it's too bad Derek left, but no, Derek's still here, but he just said the way things are done in Massachusetts makes a lot more sense. He's been applying all of the things he did here down there, and he's had to take kind of a leadership role because he came into a bit of a vacuum, and it's just crazy what he told me. I was like, wow, that's quite a lot. But I think he'd like to come back east at some point. So Derek, if you got any jobs, reach out to Mike.
Noted.
Crazy.
There's a great one available on the island from how it sounds.
Well, this is great. And there's great news on the Tom Nevers. So nothing's easy. So anyone else have anything before we adjourn? Nope, no one. Thank you all. Eleanor, I don't even know what to say. I'll be in touch.
You'll see
with
me.
you.
Not going far.
No, no, you're still, you're not leaving the island, but
This place is family, so I'll be around. Don't you worry.
You'll be in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'll see her all the time.
Yeah, you'll see me, but I'll be back at Plus. This place is family. These people are my family, so
yeah,
not going
yeah,
far.
absolutely, 100%.
It's been a good
Well,
gig.
thank you all for coming. Thank you for the comments. Wendy, thank you for your the economic side of things. It's easy to forget because we're kind of like busy
for
all the
you.
time, So I know you're
Thank
getting.
you,
I know
everyone.
you're getting more. I know you're getting more food trucks out your way out there. So just dealt with one of them today. And new.
Oh yeah,
the next
cool.
new one.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah. You don't even know what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on out there with that
Thank you.
stuff. All right, everyone. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks,
And
everyone.
All you gotta
accept
do
the
is,
motion,
Motion to adjourn?
accept the motion to adjourn.
So
John
moved.
made the motion. Is there,
Second,
all those in favor? Fritz,
Aye.
Judith,
Aye.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Maureen,
Aye.
Christie,
Aye.
Bert,
aye.
Leslie,
Aye.
Jack,
Aye.
Wendy,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. Thank you all so much for coming.
Have a
Take
good night.
care. Derek, thank you very much, Derek.
No problem. Take care now.
Thanks.
See you.
Night all.
good
Good
night.
night, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Right? I like it.
Mute it.
Yeah, do you want me to leave it?